Hello everyone, welcome to the next episode of SpongeBob Now. Today, I will be talking about Growth Spout, and Stuck in the Wringer. First, I'm going to talk about Growth Spout. Enjoy! In the beginning of the episode, Mr. Krabs is about to brush his teeth when suddenly, a gray cork is pushed in his bathroom wall and the toothpaste cap falls off of the sink. Pearl calls for help, and when Mr. Krabs goes upstairs, he sees her growing rapidly. Pearl needs food because she is, as it seems, going through a growth spurt. He finds the fridge, brings it upstairs, and Pearl eats the entire fridge, but it is not enough. After Pearl threatens to eat Mr. Krabs' money, Mr. Krabs sneaks into Mrs. Puff's vegetable garden and steals all of her peanut worms, thinking they are peanuts, to feed to Pearl, but realizes they are not peanuts when they start spitting up on him. Mr. Krabs tries to escape, but Mrs. Puff hits the fence piece Mr. Krabs is on with a crowbar, sending Mr. Krabs flying away from her. He then looks in Patrick's house for food and finds nothing but inedible food made out of sand. Mr. Krabs finds Patrick sleeping in his cereal bowl and steals it. After feeding it to Pearl, she still wants more food. Mr. Krabs then goes into Squidward's house, steals all of his food, and feeds it to Pearl, but she still yells for more. He goes to SpongeBob's house and is about to get some food until SpongeBob notices. Squidward then comes in and angrily explains that Mr. Krabs is a food thief. He is about to call the police and ignores threats of firing him. Mr. Krabs pleads that he will give something. Squidward sarcastically asks if Mr. Krabs will give him his gold tooth, something the latter does after removing. SpongeBob remarks that he had no idea that Mr. Krabs had such a thing and Squidward states he did not either, but takes it anyway and leaves. Mr. Krabs cries and SpongeBob tells him that his tooth will heal. Mr. Krabs is not worried about that since those nerves died years ago. He tells SpongeBob that he needs to feed his daughter. SpongeBob asks why he does not take her to the Krusty Krab, as the latter says that will deplete his inventory. SpongeBob laughs and says he will make one Krabby Patty that tastes like a million. They bring Pearl to the restaurant where SpongeBob feeds Pearl, who not only stops feeling hungry, but stops growing too and is back to normal. Mr. Krabs asks SpongeBob what ingredient he used to make the patty stop Pearl's problem and the fry cook tells Mr. Krabs that love was the secret ingredient. Mr. Krabs laughs and then stops, soon realizing that SpongeBob was right, as the episode ends. Next, I'm going to talk about Stuck in the Wringer. Enjoy! The episode begins with SpongeBob taking a morning shower. When he gets out, he dries himself off in his wringer. As he starts to walk out of his bathroom, he nearly slips on a bar of soap. He is so proud of himself for avoiding a potential injury, that he fails to notice that a rubber duck has flown into his bathroom through his window. He steps on the duck, then slips back onto the bar of soap, and gets stuck in his wringer. At this point, Patrick enters the bathroom and asks SpongeBob if he has seen his rubber duck. SpongeBob points out the duck that he tripped over, which is still on his floor. SpongeBob interrupts the reunion after a bit, telling Patrick that he needs help. He begins to explain that he is stuck in his wringer, but Patrick interrupts before he can finish, saying he knows how to help SpongeBob. However, the problem only gets worse when Patrick uses forever glue to permanently trap SpongeBob inside it, thinking he is helping him when in reality, he is only making things worse. SpongeBob is a bit upset, but attempts to live his life as normally as possible. Unfortunately, being stuck in the wringer causes some unforeseen problems. SpongeBob causes chaos at the Krusty Krab while trying to help fix the destruction, but Mr. Krabs lashes out and kicks SpongeBob out of the restaurant, not allowing him to come back to work until his wringer situation is taken care of. Patrick meets SpongeBob outside and asks how his day is going. SpongeBob admits that he is having some trouble, so Patrick decides to take him to Super Weenie Hut Jr.'s for some ice cream to cheer him up. SpongeBob becomes even sadder when he discovers that the wringer has closed onto his esophagus, preventing his digestive system from consuming the ice cream. Patrick suggests that they go to the carnival. Carnival games prove impossible for SpongeBob, but Patrick has lots of fun while he gets several injuries. Patrick's good luck annoys SpongeBob that he attempts to offer him his cotton candy, which finally causes him to lose his temper and shout at Patrick for ruining his life, stating that he would not be stuck in the wringer had it not been for the forever glue. Patrick desperately admits he was only trying to help, but SpongeBob yells at him for his stupidity, shouting the exact same thing Mr. Krabs said to SpongeBob earlier at the Krusty Krab, "Help!" Exclamation mark. I think you've helped quite enough today, which makes Patrick run off crying as a result. The other fish, believing that SpongeBob was being mean to Patrick, become disgusted with his outburst, and they form a silent angry mob. Sandals angrily tells SpongeBob that his body isn't the problem, but his heart, and that he deserved what he got. As Sandals and the angry mob walk away muttering, SpongeBob frowns in shame, feeling guilty for having snapped at Patrick. The next morning, Patrick tries to ignore the fact that all of the things he usually does involve SpongeBob, and keeps telling himself that he is not supposed to care about him anymore. Patrick finds that forgetting about his best friend is impossible and enters SpongeBob's house. Inside, Patrick finds a depressed and slightly crazed SpongeBob watching TV static. Horrified by this, Patrick finally realizes his mistake and blames himself for SpongeBob's problem and cries in remorse. His tears splash onto the glue and melt some of it. Upon realizing this, SpongeBob suggests that they both cry so he might be able to slip out of the wringer. Both of them proceed to do so, which melts the glue and allows SpongeBob to be free of the wringer. SpongeBob and Patrick hug when the former tosses the wringer into the air. When it comes back down, it lands on both of them, leaving them stuck in the wringer together. This causes another conflict, but Patrick does not worry because he is at least stuck with his best friend. The episode ends with Patrick asking if he should use the forever glue again. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos. Goodbye everyone.